When it comes to picking the instruments and where they're going to go, I always like to look at the piano. What we want to do is basically fill out as much space as possible on the keyboard with all our instruments. So for example, the piano might sit here, right as we go, kind of right in the middle. And if I have the piano right in the middle, then maybe I have the guitar, let's say if it's working together, up in this area, so it stays out of the way of the piano. And in this way, it kind of really fills up the sound. And then maybe we have the high horns kind of staying up in this area, and if we have strings as well, we put them a little bit higher. So that way everything kind of gets its own space in each section. Again, in the lower range, you might have the bass, we might have the baritone saxophone or the trombone working together, but staying out of the way of each other. If I'm writing something and something sounds a little bit muddy or in the way of each other, I can kind of verify it through the piano. Usually more like you would go, like major chord sounds happy and minor chord sounds sad. Could also depend on what you're singing too, right? Lyrically, what you're singing, vocally, where you're going with it. Because then all of a sudden in your arrangement, you have this palette where you can make it sound bigger or happy or more optimistic. So to make it more orchestral means just to make it bigger and using a certain type of instrument, right? You know, brass instruments, violins, yeah, cellos, violas, timpanis, like that kind of thing. With Dusty Albums, it started very just one guitar. As the song builds and it gets to the climax of the song, then all of a sudden this whole orchestrated thing comes in. So it's a dynamic that changes from, especially even where the violin comes in, and then it goes to all the instruments. And that's where it gets more of even like film score type thing, where you're thinking, this is where the big revelation happens, so let's make it big with the instruments, right?